JAMB regularization is one of the most discussed issues among students, most especially graduates. In this video, I'm going to share with you what is JAMB regularization, the purpose of JAMB regularization, and the requirements of JAMB regularization. Let's get down to business. Now, first and foremost, many students have yet to be regularized because of one thing or another, because of ignorance, because of lack of information, because of lack of knowledge. Also, many students have yet to be mobilized for the NYSC scheme because of certain things that they do not know about JAMB regularization. So when you see students who have yet to be mobilized after graduation, you ask them one or two things. They might say it is due to irregularities or JAMB regularization or many issues like that. But today we're going to talk about first what is JAMB regularization. Don't forget, this is Ajayi Enigma. Don't forget to watch, to subscribe, and to share. What is JAMB regularization? Now, JAMB regularization is a process of ensuring that the JAMB Board validates candidates' current admission details with the school that offered admission to such students in their database with the aim of granting one gateway of securing admission and granting admission letter and what we call registration number. So JAMB regularization is that process of ensuring that the JAMB Board validates current student admission details. Current student admission details can be their admission letter, can be registration number, and a whole lot of things. Now, the JAMB regularization procedure is designed to settle down or regulate ND, HND, OND, and NCE type of admission to the university, to the polytechnic, to the monotechnics, and to clear up the JAMB status of a prosperous student. Now, why do you need to be regularized? Now, if you have gained admission to the university or to the polytechnic or to the monotechnic without the JAMB, the normal JAMB process, which means you do not gain admission through JAMB, or JAMB did not give you admission into the school, or the school did not give you admission through JAMB, or most especially many students who register through the part-time programs. Some are the daily part-time programs, some are the weekend part-time programs, or some are the conventional evening or afternoon part-time programs. So many of the students who fall into this category are expected, most importantly, to be regularized. So I haven't understood what is JAMB regularization now. So let's proceed to the purpose of JAMB regularization. What is the purpose of JAMB regularization? Now, the purpose of the JAMB regularization is to ensure that JAMB has your current admission details that tally with the admission registration record in the school that has offered you admission. So what I'm saying now is that the purpose of JAMB regularization is to ensure that JAMB has your current admission details and ensure that it tally with the admission registration record in the school that offered you admission. Now, it also ensures that applicants for JAMB regularization are also for students who don't have an admission letter. I would like you to note this. Now, students who do not have admission letter, like I said, students who gain admission to the university, to the polytechnic, to the monotechnics through the daily part-time program, I beg your pardon, or through other means, maybe pre-degree and the likes, and they were not offered admission directly through JAMB, and this makes them not to have admission letter. So for the sake of having admission letter, you need to regularize. For the sake of having your data, your details updated or uploaded on the JAMB site, so that they know that you pass through the 4 walls of the institution, you need to be regularized. So that is the purpose of regularization. Another thing you have to notice is that students who did remedial or pre-degree programs, like basic programs or certificate programs or direct application to the school, will also be required to be regularized. Now, students who do not register JAMB during the year that they were offered admission, now a lot of students who gain admission to the university through the processes that we have mentioned will need to be regularized. Their information, their data need to be registered on the JAMB site. Now, this allows the students or the candidates with admission, but with no prior record with JAMB to register on the platform. Now what I'm saying now is that if you have gained admission through other means, the pre-degree process, the basic program, the certificate program, to any of the daily part-time programs, weekend programs, or evening programs, the onus lies on you to get registered or to be regularized. That is, you need to have your details, your information registered under the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board. And don't forget that this is the real deal. Many students who are graduates now and have issues with the NYSC mobilizations need to realize that your inability to be regularized on JAMB to have admission letter will deny you of the NYSC scheme. So you need to understand that as a graduate, as an undergraduate, and you discover that you've gained admission, you know that you gain admission through the remedial courses, through the pre-degree programs, through the daily part-time programs, through the weekend part-time programs, or what have you, you need to be regularized. And so let's get down to brass tacks on the third part of our discussion. Now, requirement for JAMB regularization. What are the requirements for JAMB regularization? Now, the first one is, now, JAMB result for applicants who already has a valid JAMB registration number. You have to understand that the first requirement is that you must have a result with JAMB, where you must have registered, you must have written, you must have sat for JAMB in one particular year or another. So if you have JAMB results and the result slip is with you, then definitely you have what we call a valid registration number. You cannot have two different registration numbers. When you have written, you sat for UTM and you have a valid registration number, you are qualified for JAMB regularization. Now, if you don't have a JAMB number, you are also eligible to apply for regularization. If you don't have. Now, after that, you need to have your O-level result, that is WAEC, NECO, GCE, NAPTEP, or a combined result. Then another thing you also need to have is your passport photograph, a passport photograph. Now, candidate details that are expected are your address, your date of birth, your email address, your gender, your GSM number, your marital status, your names, your origin, your previous JAMB registration number, your year of enrollment, and a whole lot of things. So all of these things put together are candidate details. That is the details of candidates that will help you while you are about to process your JAMB regularization. Now the question now is how to do JAMB regularization. Now, here is the process. How to do JAMB regularization. The first thing you need to do is to walk up to any nearest accredited center or cyber cafe. Now, then you go with all the requirements that I have listed above. You make payment depending on your kind of issue. If you have written JAMB before, there's an amount you are supposed to pay. Then if you have not and you are paying, the amount varies. It varies. Then the next thing you also need to do is the JAMB official attending to you will process your JAMB regularization with ease. That's if you have the necessary requirement. Then the JAMB official confirming your information will proceed to complete the form online. After that, you also endeavor to get the printout completion of the form upon your submission. Then you submit the printed signed form to your school admission office. Charges may apply depending on your school. Now, the admission officer will also submit it to JAMB office in your institution or state. Now, your institution will submit your form to the JAMB office in your state or Abuja. You will discover that all of these things have a lot of process, and you cannot be properly regularized if you jump one process to another. Meaning that after filling the form, you go to the registrar's office or the Dean Student Affairs office to submit your form. Then the JAMB official will have to also submit the form to the state, then to Abuja for final regularization. Now, if you have difficulty in your JAMB regularization, if your JAMB regularization is taking time, then you need to understand that in one way or the other, you might have not done all of these things I've listed. Let's assume that upon your regularization, you have written, you start for UTME earlier, and you cannot get the registration number. You need to complain to the admission to the JAMB official attending to you. They will help you to generate your previous JAMB registration number. Now, peradventure you don't want to use the ones you have before due to irregularity in names and all of that issue. You need to complain. And how do you complain? You complain to the JAMB official and tell them this and that are what are on ground, and you ask questions like I've not written UTME before. How do I go about it? I've written UTME before, I'm confused. Now, you have written UTME before and you have been regularized, and the regularization is taking time. You need to go back to this video and listen, watch, and ask yourself, what steps have I jumped? What are the things I've yet to do? What are the things I've yet to put in place? Because your inability to put all of these things in place will affect your JAMB regularization. Now, there have been cases of people who have been regularized, and the regularization takes some people say months, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. Now, this issue will happen depending on your institution. Some institutions are very fast in attending to JAMB regularization, while some other institutions are kind of not really fast. So you have to understand that a delay in JAMB regularization does not mean that you will not be able to serve or do the necessary things. This delay may be caused by your institution or the admission officer in charge of putting all of these things together for you. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all I'm going to be sharing with you today on JAMB regularization. What is JAMB regularization, the purpose of JAMB regularization, the requirement of JAMB regularization, and how to do JAMB regularization. Don't forget that my name once again is Ajayi Enigma. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like this video, don't forget to share, and don't forget to drop your comments in the comment section. See you in the next video. Thank you.
And consistency. You got commanders still calling roll call.